Would you like a watery or super sugary ranch dressing on your salad? Yeah, we didn't think so. Not all ranch dressings are created equal. Don't settle for less. From worst to best, we've got you. There's no denying the fact that the Annie's homegrown brand definitely churns out some impressive and delicious products. And for the most part, they're all pretty healthy options compared to some other products lining the shelves of the grocery store. But Annie's Naturals Cowgirl Ranch Dressing is probably the worst store-bought ranch dressing you can spend your money on. But don't just take our word for it. Reviewer Rachel Neely wrote that it's seriously awful. She added, "This is not ranch dressing. Even the worst store-brand ranch tastes better than this mess. It is sweet, which ranch dressing should not be, strangely tangy or acidic, reminiscent of stomach bile, very one-dimensional flavor. Like, did they only have one herb growing on this ranch?" When you're at the grocery store and see a bottle or box of something labeled as organic, you probably think it's a healthier alternative to another non-organic option. And while that's true in some cases, it doesn't mean the product is necessarily all that much healthier or tastier. And in this case, it's a lot worse than other brands. O Organics Ranch Dressing, which is a store brand from Albertsons, is in a glass bottle with a fancy-looking label. It's more expensive than a lot of other ranch dressings because it's organic. Anyone who has shopped at Trader Joe's knows that the iconic grocery store is loaded full of the store's own brands of products that tend to have cult-like followings. Trader Joe's has a ton of organic options, but when it comes to their version of ranch dressing, being organic definitely doesn't make it any better tasting than most other brands out there. Not only that, but being organic also doesn't make the Trader Joe's organic ranch dressing any healthier than other ranch dressings. Reviewer William O. Beeman said, "Imagine my amazement when I got home and found that each serving, which is 2 tablespoons, contains 3 grams of actual sugar. This means that a cup of the stuff contains 24 grams of sugar." Obviously, that's a ton of sugar, especially when ranch dressing doesn't really require a ton of sugar itself. Another reviewer, Adam Bernard, noted, "I don't know what goes into transforming a product into organic, but if you find your ranch too thick and too boldly flavored, this is right up your alley." With so many different options, it can be overwhelming to pick out a bottle of dressing, let alone ranch dressing at the grocery store. But this Wishbone ranch dressing is seriously disappointing. Yes, it might be on the cheaper side at the grocery store, but that doesn't mean it's worth it to save a few cents. Not only is the ranch just not flavorful enough, but it also has a bad consistency that will leave you disappointed and potentially even grossed out.
Oh my, okay.
Oh no.
One reviewer said, "This is the worst ranch dressing I've ever tasted. It's like they just added more water to make mayo more soluble." People with a dairy allergy or intolerance know that most ranch dressings aren't going to be compatible with their diet. Fortunately, brands like Daiya's Homestyle ranch dressing are definitely an option for people looking for something dairy-free, but it's not the best out there. Tim, a reviewer, explained the flavor of this ranch dressing is not what you would expect a ranch dressing to taste like. He added, "It was too cheesy. Odd since there is no actual cheese in this product, which makes me think that so much flavoring has been added to hide the natural flavor and make it taste like ranch dressing." The Newman's Own Ranch definitely isn't the best store-bought ranch dressing out there, but it also isn't the worst. So while you could do better, if you're a big fan of the brand or just want to try out a new ranch, then you might as well give this one a go. People who have tried the ranch dressing seem to be in one of 2 camps of either loving it or hating it, so make of that what you will. One reviewer, Jacob, said the ranch dressing is nasty. He added, "It's absolutely disgusting. The most prominent flavor is tart sour. Not sure if it's the lemon or the vinegar or some combination of both, but it's not even edible as far as I am concerned." But reviewer Amanda Simmons said, "It's the best ranch ever." So clearly, this ranch dressing is pretty mediocre, and whether or not you end up liking it might just depend on your taste buds. Oh, Whole Foods. The grocery store prides itself on offering the best of the best in terms of healthy foods, and so you would expect nothing less from them than a super healthy ranch dressing option, and the 365 organic ranch dressing is definitely that, with the organic label and all. But it's honestly not the best ranch out there, and seems to be kind of a letdown in terms of flavor and consistency. Reviewer Michelle said the ranch isn't very ranch-like. She added, "It's thinner and tastes like they dumped a bunch of Italian herbs into it. Vaguely tastes like ranch anymore, like a creamy Italian dressing." The Marzetti Simply Dressed Ranch Dressing is another decent offering if you're looking for a healthier alternative to regular ranch. While it's definitely not as flavorful as other ranch dressings, it is a little lower in calories. And because it's sold in the refrigerated section of salad dressings, it feels a little fresher too. Reviewer Kate339 said the ranch dressing tasted very appealing and wrote, "I'm super picky with ranch. I usually like the kind that comes with your pizza, but this is the best." Another added that the Marzetti Simply Dressed Ranch Dressing was super yummy, especially compared to other ranch dressings. Still, this isn't all that great, and it's definitely not as flavorful as other ranch brands.
That smells exotic, like ranch dressing.
To be honest, you've probably not heard or paid much attention to the Ken's Steakhouse brand. It's fairly low-key, but the brand makes a ton of salad dressings and marinades, and that includes their own version of ranch dressing, something you probably have skipped over at the grocery store. The Ken's Steakhouse ranch dressing is actually pretty good, especially considering the fact that it's nothing fancy, nor expensive, and you can find it at just about every grocery store. One review described it as very thick and full of exciting, zesty, and bold ranch flavors. And Lala Kawai ranked it among their favorite ranch dressings out there. Lala said, "It's one of the better ranch dressings. Have tried many, and there are just a few that are really good. This is one of them. The flavor is not too strong, blue cheese, or herby." Honestly, Ken's Steakhouse ranch dressing is pretty darn good. But it's still not the best store-bought ranch out there. Anyone who shops at Aldi knows the grocery store is a great place to go when looking for a deal. And with their own store brand of just about everything, you can save a ton of money. And as it turns out, the Aldi store brand of ranch is actually both cheap and impressive. Again, it's not anything super special or life-changing, but if you're an Aldi shopper, you can't go wrong with their Tuscan Garden Ranch dressing. One reviewer of the ranch dressing described it as good, but not great, which is how we tend to feel about most store-bought bottled ranch dressing. It's not as good as restaurant ranch. When you think of Kraft products, you probably think of their mac and cheese, but don't skip over their salad dressings, specifically their ranch. The Kraft Classic Ranch dressing is seriously tasty. Once again, Kraft proves that a brand doesn't have to be fancy or organic to make a good product, and their ranch is the perfect example of that. While some die-hard ranch fans will prefer another brand, plenty like Kraft more. Reviewer Angela R. said, "This is my favorite ranch. It's super creamy and has that classic ranch taste. We use this for dipping as well as for our salads." But that's not all. Reviewer Gretel R. had this to say, "This is a pretty decent ranch. It's not watery like some ranches. It's thick and creamy and good on any kind of food. Pizza, salad, chicken fingers, etc." Yes, people really love the Kraft Classic Ranch dressing, so if you've never tried it, now is the time. Between all the typical brands of ranch dressing found in the grocery store, there's one you might have missed. The Litehouse Homestyle Ranch dressing might surprise you. It's typically found in the refrigerated section of the grocery store, so it's easy to ignore. But it's seriously a strong competitor in the race for best store-bought ranch dressing. It's super flavorful, the texture is great, and while it's a little more expensive than other ranch dressings, it might just be worth it to you. According to reviews of the ranch, it's honestly one of the best out there. One reviewer said, "This ranch is life-changing. It is so good, like gives Wingstop Ranch a run for its money. Don't think, just buy." Hidden Valley Ranch is probably the most well-known and classic store-bought ranch out there. And honestly, there's a reason for that. It's simple, it's tried and true, and it can please even the pickiest of eaters. Reviewer D. Allison 10 explained the brand of ranch dressing is practically a kitchen staple. They said, "Hidden Valley Ranch is a favorite at my house. We eat it with everything. My grandchildren have to have it on their plate at every meal." Another reviewer, Wet the Cow, also raved about the ranch and said, "I've tried many different brands of ranch, and I always come back to this. This is the best ranch out there."
The products we're going to be testing today is a new line of dressing from Hidden Valley Ranch.
Awesome. Woo! Awesome! Hidden Valley Ranch!
Yes, if you want a great ranch dressing experience, then you can't go wrong with Hidden Valley. It's inexpensive, creamy, and just the right amount of tangy. The Bolthouse Farms Classic Ranch Yogurt Dressing is probably the best healthy ranch dressing option you can buy in a grocery store. The dressing is made with yogurt, obviously, instead of heavier alternatives like mayonnaise, buttermilk, or cream, so it's lower in fat and calories. So it's not your typical ranch flavor, but it's still pretty good. According to the reviews of the dressing, it's honestly great for being a healthy alternative. One reviewer wrote, "I love this dressing. It is so much healthier than regular ranch and tastes great." The Bolthouse Farms Classic Ranch Yogurt Dressing is definitely tasty and a great healthy option, but it doesn't last as long as traditional ranch and therefore isn't the best. The Olive Garden Parmesan Ranch Dressing isn't your typical ranch dressing, as the name would imply. But it is seriously delicious, so if you're ready to expand your horizons and try a store-bought ranch dressing that goes beyond your expectations, this is it. A couple reviews of the ranch were succinct in their description, pointing out its great taste and consistency and calling it an excellent salad dressing. And one reviewer had this to say, "In my opinion, this is the best tasting ranch on the market. It's best served cold. It has a crisp tang that I haven't found in any other ranch dressings." The Hidden Valley Buttermilk Ranch is the best store-bought ranch dressing on the market, hands down. The addition of the buttermilk gives it that homemade taste and also brings out the flavors of the ranch so much more than the original version. Not to mention, it's just as affordable as any other ranch on this list, and you can find it at basically every grocery store. But if you need more convincing, just check out these reviews. Amy had this to say, "This is such a deliciously creamy dressing. My whole family loves it. It tastes so good on top of salads. I have also used it in cooking to make chicken and pork dishes." Yes, Hidden Valley Buttermilk Ranch is seriously so versatile it can go with everything. And since this is the best ranch you can buy, what are you waiting for? Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more mashed videos about your favorite food brands are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.